Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Pick it up, G. Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. All day.
It'll be Sam. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson to Barkley on the check down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
In motion left, Robinson. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
19 Lions.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I got you. I got you. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Let's go one more.
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got three down. Check safety. Hey, check 24.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The Eagles at 7-5 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
31's the mic. I got him. Report.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build enough.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Trap 60, trap 60.
24 is the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 24 is the mic.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Let's go now.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
We got 4. We got 4.
Hey, smash.
24 is the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here we go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll run with Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
18 Rattler.
43. He can't hang.
They go play action with Hurts. Out to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That's what. 180. That's what. Yeah.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Jackson on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
30 was the mic. Middle. That's the slap. 30 was the mic.
No, we changed it.
Up the middle with Barkley. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Jackson looking to throw on third. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Quick, ready? 13.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Check. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right.
Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Porter.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
17. All day, dog. 13. 17. It's our time. It's our time. Go. 17.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
From 17 yards out.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion left, Robinson.
We change it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 31's the mic. Hey, tight. 31's the mic.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Play action. It's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Jackson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Watch the ship. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Jackson. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A handoff to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson going for the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Get that 18, Pioneer. Get that quarterback.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Rolling to his left.
This one complete down the field to Goddard. He's got room past the 30.
A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
24 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
On the ready.
Watch the run, watch the run. Tight end left, tight end left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 24 is the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Hey.
Cougar 19.
Check, 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 check. Watch the edge. Shift, shift.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. In motion right is Watkins.
Let's go.
19 tight, 19 tight.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. 65, 65, 65. Hey, 41.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
19 right.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Porter. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here's a give to Barkley.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Giants, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Big play! Big play!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The Rams had a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A play fake. Now Warner. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Now a first down throw, Warner. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now Aikman on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running right, it's Dorsett. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Off the play fake, here's Aikman. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the toss, it's Dorsett. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Aikman. On the move to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Warner. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Oh, don't be scared. You smell that checker's draw.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
at the 23. It's 2nd and 12.
On the give, this is Dorsett. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On 1st and 10, it's Aikman. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go with Dorsett pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Aikman.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards.
And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Warner. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Warner from the gun. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Warner. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now the rookie's free.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Let's go, let's go.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. On play action, Aikman. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. It's Dorsett. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Inside give to Dickerson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. Dickerson on the handoff. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's...
And this is caught inside the 5.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And there he goes right side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Forced out to his left. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Sanders.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
A handoff, Dorsett up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Aikman. They dump it off, complete to Dorsett. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll throw on 1st down with Aikman. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Aikman looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They're going on 4th down. Aikman. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Now Dorsett. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Dorsett. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Warner. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
To throw, Warner. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give left side. It's Dickerson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And Sanders now to return. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the...
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, 5, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Flushed out right. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Warner eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw on second down, Warner steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Warner to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Past the 20.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Warner. And now here is another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Aikman dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Dallas, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.